Hello everybody, I hope you are enjoying the series and welcome back. In this episode we are traveling to the Venge with my new Lightning McQueen legs. I still have not removed the arms because they are just too tough, but at least I have robotic legs to run faster. They aren't OP fast, I don't want to be too fast, but they are fast enough to zoom around the map and not wait for forever, which is ideal for the Zoro playthrough. On solo, solo playthrough as Zoro. And here we get a bit of a time lapse of me running forward. I found this to be rather pleasing to the eyes, so I just kept it in. Like, it just feels so satisfying looking at the legs with the frame rate, because you barely notice they're moving. Like, I don't know, it feels weird. Anyway, we have now come to Hem. And I just passed the suspicious bar and I'm going to attack these nomads. And now, why am I attacking these nomads even though I'm Zoro? Because I can. I want to see if I can beat the nomads, but of course I'm going to start feeling bad about beating them up. Like, you know, like you can only beat so many pacifist traveling monks after you start feeling bad. And you can only beat up so many puppies until you start feeling like a absolute horrible person. So, yeah. I was thinking like, hitting this little puppy. Like, what am I doing? Oh no. And yes, this is another voiceover because I could not record my voice for this video, but I mean, that had a good reason. I was talking with my girlfriend. I just couldn't record my voice at the same time. And yeah, these nomads are actually falling really easily. I was not expecting to be this effective against them because these guys are seriously tough. Like, they've got their stats in the 40s. And yeah, I need to heal this bone dog. I mean, I cannot let it die. Like, you know, I'm not horrible. I'm Zoro. I cannot just kill a fucking puppy. A pacifistic puppy that's just following its master. I'm not going to kill that bull either. Like, I don't know, that's just messed up. So I'm going to heal them up. So, sorry about that. But yeah, I need to treat them. I cannot kill them. It will be going completely against what Zoro is supposed to do. Like, maybe they were looking at him wrong, you know, or challenged him to a fight, let's say that. But there's no reason he would ever kill these people, you know? Like, he's just cutting them down. So yeah. And that is a big thing. And I had a bit of a yakety sax moment here. Still going. Still going. I am a little bit faster than a big thing though. There we go. That was very tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Murderer giraffe successfully taken down. And by running it down too, so using its own specialty. If it wasn't a video game character, I feel like it would feel quite humbled if it was not dead. By the way, I just finished work, so I just came back home. I don't know, it just felt like it took so long. I left at 11 AM and it's now 10 PM, almost 11 PM actually, it's getting a bit late. I was supposed to do this recording a bit faster, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Anyway, we are now in Venge and I can tell you actually what my goal here is. I want to take down the leaders of these metallic robots, the metallic demon here, and this episode is actually one of the most epic episodes I've ever had. I felt like the battle against these things was super cool. And I am coming into this with a debuff. I'm using a katana against robots. So I'm doing like 40% reduced damage or 30% at least. So very much less effective than I normally am. But still, I'm taking all of these guys on. And this fight here was the coolest like fight I've ever had in Kenshi. In my 700 hours, I was feeling like, god damn, I'm built different. And because of that, I was thinking about if I should even dub over this moment with my voice, but I decided in the end that I do want to have my voice in here as well, to not make it maybe boring for some people, because just having a fight might be a bit boring. Anyway, these thralls, they don't have heads, and there's an interesting lore reason for that. Like when you remove the skeleton's head, it basically becomes an obedient slave without the capability of doing stuff for itself. But interestingly, it's still able to function, you know, doing the basic things. Also, I noticed one of these guys actually has a better sword. They're right behind me, that one that I'm looking at right now. Their sword is pretty shiny, and I think that means that they have a higher quality weapon, and I'm actually really interested in it. I'm trying to get my character to attack that way without taking too much damage. And these thralls are like Hydra or something from Captain America, you know? When you kill one, two more take its place. And here we have a horse chopper. That's actually a Mark II, so it did have a pretty high quality weapon. I had no idea that these things can spawn with them. But that's pretty cool, because, I mean, you could potentially come here to practice your toughness, especially with your skeleton characters. And because they aren't in danger of the lasers and big things, and then you could have a really good training ground with the possibility of getting upgraded weapons early game. Of course, there's some risks still. It's not the ideal training place, and these certainly are no starving bandits, but I do think I want to try that in the future at some point, especially if I do a skeleton playthrough, or at some point I just have only skeletons to train with, or whatever else. And I do know there's some mods that also allow you to like handle the laser better by giving you like burn resistance or something. But anyway, this is going really well. It's just that they are never ending, so I think that might be the main problem here. Like, there's just so many of them. I'm cutting them down, and I mean I'm not really able to defeat them immediately or anything, but I'm doing pretty well. Like, every time they attack me I get my counter attack, and then I almost take one down, or at least deal a third of their HP to them. And usually attack multiple enemies too. And now, because these guys don't have medkits, they are actually going to bleed out, actually, or they don't have the robotics kits or whatever. They don't have any use for the medkits anyway. But these guys are going to bleed out. Even though they are robots, they are going to lose their oil, you know, to the to their wounds, and then they are going to fall down. And I really like that attack. It looks really satisfying to do. Another one added by the more combat animations mod. Well, I don't know if I can ever go back to playing the vanilla Kenshi after playing this. I know there's other combat movement mods, but it's not the same. And there in the background you see more reinforcements eventually coming here. Again. And a bit of a problem I'm noticing is that these guys really are not taking enough damage. I'm going to need to hit all of them 3 times to take them down. And that's going to be rough when I get to the late game bosses. Because most of them are skeletons. Or the strongest of them anyway. And I'm at a huge disadvantage against them. But to be honest, it should be okay. I just need to be good enough at fighting. And I just noticed that one over there. He has a pretty cool club in his hand. That one. That just hit me. He's attacking way slower than the others. Or it. I don't know. Probably it, to be honest. I'm probably going to need that club for later. Unfortunately for me, because the guy isn't strong enough, he's really slowed down by the club being so heavy. So I'll happily take it from his hands. Or its hands. I probably should just call them its, because it's like they're zombies. It's a headless chicken. Also guys, what are you thinking of the background music? I feel like it fits especially well with skeletons and robots, you know? And I'm actually still going. Damn. It's like the Stamford Bridge, you know? Where one Viking defeated 40 Englishmen in a row. Before finally going down. This really is the coolest fight I've ever had. The one-man army. Just keeps on going. Both of my songs just ended. And it just doesn't stop. Even with 2 times speed. But my chest is at 8 now, and I'm starting to get hit way more, so I think it's ending pretty soon. Those spiked clubs especially do a lot of damage to me. And I was thinking I saw some tiny weapons on the ground there, but nah. That one might be. No, it's just a repeated blade. Their mark weapons don't spawn very often, it seems. Okay, chest is at 4 now. And I'm down. And look at that army of skeletons that just ran off. Most of them untouched too. Okay, not in this group. Okay, most of them. Usually when I hit a skeleton, I hit them until they fell. It seems. And that's interesting, the siren coming out in Venge. I'm not sure why that sound effect happens, but it makes me a bit... No, don't tell me there's more. I mean, it makes sense, there's so many groups of these things. I'm obviously going to run to them even though I want to just sleep. And I'm done. That's a bit funny. Well, oh damn it. Oh my god. This is annoying. I guess I'm in the middle of their migration routes. Then there's more. Yeah, they don't end here. Not with my population times 4 anyway. This place is an extremely good place to train up stats, it seems. Especially with a Nodachi like this, because I do so little damage to them. Like I am getting up to the 70s now with the stats. And these guys don't kidnap you or eat you, fortunately. So you have a good opportunity. You just need to hope that there is no big things around. That could turn into a bit of an issue. Sorry if my voice was a bit nasal there. I've had a bit of a throat ache. And then they just... I don't know, it's just so satisfying. Turning every side, then hitting them. This one got up again. And now it's dying. Alright. And another camp bed. It's a camp bed simulator out here. Seriously, if you try to play solo and you don't have a camp bed, and you try to avoid using it, oh god damn it. If you try to avoid using a camp bed, it's not going to work out for you. It's just too valuable. Like, you're going to be waiting for 17 years until you get to do anything. And that's another group, but I think I'm kind of done here with these roaming groups. I want to make some kind of progress with them. So, I don't remember exactly where, but in Venge there is an old control tower where their enemies or their leaders are. And it should be somewhere in the middle. Excuse me. I don't know if it's that thing or if it's some other spot. No, it's this thing over here. I've never been here before, by the way. Venge always made my computer crash a little bit before. I was basically restricted to playing in the Okranite territory, in the Sec territory, or like Skinner's Rome. Basically, I didn't got to go anywhere else. And here we have thralls. They aren't the weak thralls, their stats are like 10 higher, so kind of tough. And you're going to figure out that this space assault was maybe the most epic and difficult one I've done so far. You're going to see. Looks like the downstairs doesn't have that much valuable stuff, if anything. There's one of the bounties. Screamer at the Falls, a thrall master, or thrall masters because there's 2 of them. And they've basically made these skeletons into headless chickens. There's the other one, Phonk. Both of them have meitou weapons. So, let's just get it started and see how well it goes, you know? Make it past a few lasers and a human thinks it's invincible. Is that a breather screamer? It repulses me. Something like that. It's kind of hard to read, yeah? I read them before when I was editing. I cannot see them now. Basically he said that he's been too long in the workbench. You know, working with these thralls. For a scientist like me, this is trivial. Anyway, I sort this out, it's going to get its fluids all over the lab. And then he says that let the thralls take care of it. It's their job, not mine. I don't care. By the way, these guys are the Voodoo Brothers. Bounty. I thought it was not in the game before, but it's these guys. I don't really know how they relate to Voodoo. This isn't what I had in mind, but yeah. I'm drinking some tea. And it looks like they have quite a few thralls here. So they aren't attacking me that directly. And that's the first attack against one of the leaders, Phonk. He has a meitou ringed saber, and you can see minus 62 damage. If I didn't have armor, I would have taken 70 damage almost from that attack. Over 65. It's definitely better than my weapon, I admit. And I am only dealing 30 damage even though I have an edge 3. And honestly, these guys are not pushovers, especially with their thralls and using a katana. They are managing to block my attacks and getting their swings in. And of course they are also fighting duo. Their thralls are practically useless against me, but they themselves just... I don't know, they're really tough. They're punishing my attacks and everything. And the other one has like a Naginata katana or a heavy Naginata or Naginata, something like that, as their meitou. There's 2 thralls remaining. One of them got distracted by the iron spiders that were outside. I was thinking they were neutral, but I guess they are going to fight each other. Oh, he did 78 damage to the iron spider too. But those iron spiders are no joke, so they are probably going to take some damage still. Oh, he returned. Screamer at the Falls. And these guys actually have some really cool lore. I mean, firstly, they are enslaving their fellow skeletons. And secondly, he's called Screamer at the Falls. And apparently, there's a character called Screamer the True, or something like that, that was deleted from the game. That was going to be one of the leaders in the Ashlands. So it's probably that this skeleton is impersonating the other one. Okay, good hit, Story. Well, he's also beating my ass. My stomach is at 0. And this is with the other one getting distracted and running away somewhere. I'm down. And I wasn't even fighting their full power. And there's the other one. Barely damaged as well. That sure is not good. Okay, that's some damage. But it's a bit embarrassing that the iron spider did more than I did. I mean, they're tough and I have a minus 30% damage reduction to them. Not a good combo. And that's why this raid was the most epic I've had so far. In this game, maybe. No, not in this game. I've had some really unique ones before that I didn't record, unfortunately, before I started making videos. Kind of a weird visual interaction there, with me attacking the other thrall while I was down, but whatever. Now my stomach is already fucked, or my chest I mean, one of those two. Yeah, my stomach. So it's probably not going to go too well. I can try. Yeah, I'm done. I probably need to just wait here and accept that I cannot beat them without recovering for a bit. And the problem is that they have robotic kids, so he's treating his allies right now. But after he finishes with that, he's actually going to treat himself as well. And what am I going to do in that situation? Because I need to go and heal up, and he can immediately treat himself. And because I do only cutting damage, he goes back to full health. Almost. Not completely full health, because he takes some wear damage, because he's a skeleton. But mostly full health. And I just don't understand, how can people think that skeletons are not OP? Like, firstly, you don't need to worry about food. Secondly, you can heal or cut damage instantly. And third, you basically never bleed out. Like, it's really good. You basically need to lose all 4 of your limbs at the same time to bleed out as a skeleton. And I mean, that's the other one now. Yep. It's not happening, I need to go down. They are pretty damaged, but remember, most of that is because of the iron spiders and not me. I barely played a part. And I'm just going to charge him for a moment and then dip. Like a coward. Ring around the rosy. Mostly because I got confused about where the exit is. Zoro style. Then loot these iron spiders so I don't need to worry about them. Although they would probably help me in this more than they would hurt. I could definitely use them to my advantage, but I want to beat these guys with my own ability, not the spiders that were found around there. And sorry, my throat is a bit screwed up from yesterday. I was outside and working. And this troll got very lucky, they just got saved. Like, they were so close to dying, and now they are going to go back to full health immediately. Like, this is why it's OP. Look at this. And while I was setting up my bed, another squad came to drive by me. But no matter, I can just play dead and get some toughness from it. Toughness up to 90. I don't know if that was the number before or not, but now it is. And round 2. The troll numbers are definitely lower now. Some of them I guess died. Not enough to make me happy, but enough to affect things a lot. And even though the leaders can block these trolls, I have basically no chance of that. Honestly, it's almost better when the trolls are around, because I can get pot shots onto the leaders without them blocking. And also when they attack me, I basically take no damage. Contrary to the meitou weapons that really hurt. Also, I should mention that this really fits my team into ending slavery in Kenshi because these guys are also slavers. They've enslaved their fellow skeletons. And not just enslaved, they've basically killed them. So, real bastards, I guess. And that Naginata attacks me from so far away. It has super long reach. And that attack was so good. Now I'm basically 1v2 again. There's that random troll left as well, but besides that, nothing else. And this one is actually going really well, this fight. Damn. Okay, that hurt. He's dealing so much damage with the Naginata. Like 30 damage to me is actually crazy. And this is tough. That troll went somewhere, probably got taken down. I worked down their forces, but unfortunately they are at full health, so I don't know if this is gonna be working out. The pacifista leaders, to make a One Piece reference. If you think about it, it's pretty similar. It's like a pacifista making more pacifistas. Actually, I don't know if it's pacifista. It would be inaccurate. Like, are robots more like clones or pacifistas? This thing has 26 toughness. It's not taken down yet. But it is going to die now. I guess it collapsed somewhere. And now the horde is recovering again. Thanks to those medkits. Okay, the other one I actually got really close to getting knocked out. If I knock out one, it's probably going to be game over for the other one. After I rest up for a moment anyway. And what is that random troll doing? It just decided it's not fighting me. This is what happens when both of their legs break. Or their arms, I mean. They stop being able to fight, so they run away. And it just hurts to see them heal up back to full health. Even the wear damage is basically nothing. But I did kill a few thralls in the previous match again. Back to full health, round 3. Most of the thralls seem to be dead. That troll just randomly blocked 2 attacks. Damn, the damage is insane. It actually is up to 70 damage now. I think they've leveled up fighting me. Which is a serious problem. Because there's 2 of them, they're going to level up more than I do. Oh fuck. Like, look at those damage numbers. This is going to be an issue. I definitely need to come up with some kind of a method to beat them. I need to like separate them or... Yeah, I need to do something else. Yeah, sure, the thralls can be taken down, but these guys are just too strong. And they also wear armor, so they aren't defenseless either. If they were just naked like the ordinary skeletons, it would make it a lot easier. But these guys have discovered the power of armor. And it's about time I start disarming these thralls so that I don't need to worry about them anymore. Because they are going to be healed up and then I need to fight them again. If you throw their gun, or their weapon, not their gun, on the ground in Kenshi, you can avoid fighting them directly. And where are the trolls? I did see 2 of them being healed, so there's at least 2. Yeah, this one. Take it out separately. Okay, Screamer is there. So, okay, well, I'm not fighting just one of them, goddammit. It didn't really work. Anyway, what round is this? Round 4? I think. So, round 4 is the charm. That one got stunned for a really long time from that attack. That's going to help me out. And I swear they are getting stronger. Their attacks are dealing more damage. I mean, they are fighting a stronger opponent, so they do get level ups really fast. The charge attack. I'm not going to seize them too much with it. Especially because it seems to not be working very well. They just keep on blocking it. Yeah, I mean, I need to do something. The damage is now up to 63 from the saber user. And even more from the Naginata user because he attacks twice, usually. And my robotic leg has been starting to fail me. Leg. Sorry, I stumbled because of my mouth hurting. And I'm gonna take off my backpack too for the extra 2 fighting ability, you know. I don't wanna deal with that. And it seems like that made a bit of a difference here. Immediately I got a pretty good combo. Right, like it's at minus 50. But it is mechanical, so it's not going to fall off. I'm just going to be disabled by it. But I think my chest is doing pretty well now. So this is actually possible, doable. This is so cool. Another troll are recovered. I'm trying to walk away from them very slowly, I guess. Attack all. I'm not the biggest fan of that attack. And I'm down. Again. I think the answer is getting pretty clear. I need to do something else. Because these guys are getting stronger, it's getting even more tough. I need to fight them separately. And I took out the spiked club. I did some foreshadowing on it before, but it doesn't have a negative damage to robots. Actually, it does more damage to them, I think. And it also penetrates some armor. And it does, more importantly, it does a lot of blunt damage. And what do I need blunt damage for? To deal efficient damage to these guys. Because our robots cannot heal blunt damage using medkits or the robotic kits. They can just stop the bleeding, you know? Yeah, like I did the 25 damage to him. And see? when he uses the robotics kit, he's not going to be able to heal it up. And I'm fighting him 1v1. The other one didn't come. Just Screamer. I can take him down alone. It's not easy, but I can do it. And the reason why I'm only doing 25 damage right now is because my plant weapon skill is basically 0. I don't know how to fight with them. I'm a katana user, you know. But for this case, it was an emergency, I need to do this. I just have to. Damn. 34 damage. 34. He's getting down. And you're not going to be treating yourself with from this one. You're going to take this damage and it's going to stay. And he's actually beating my ass 1v1. Like, he's dealt more damage to me than I have dealt to him. In terms of percentages anyway. I've dealt more damage, but because he's a robot he has 200 HP on his body parts. Which is very good for Kenshi. Like, without armor, a skeleton is genuinely just twice as good at fighting than a human. Because they cannot wear armor on their head, it gets equalized a bit, but I still feel like the skeletons are better. And no one is going to eat them. Like, if a big thing knocks you out, it's just going to walk away. Because are you gonna just eat a skeleton, you know? Damn. I couldn't see what my plant weapon skill was there. It's not high. And I'm going into the wall. I'm getting lost that hard. That's not good. My stomach is at 10. By the way, when you're fighting 1v1, the dexterity doesn't matter that much. That's maybe the biggest deal. Because both of you need to wait for the other to finish their attack, you know? And I have 79 block, or melee defense. So this is really a training camp as much as it is a raid. So the next place I go, I'm going to butcher them, you know? Okay, last, or this is the 6th attempt. I don't know if it's going to be the last one actually. But he's now pretty damaged, and I went to the bed and I've healed up. And they have a one thrall here as well, it looks like. I need to just get away to aggro only the Screamer. Okay, I have 2 thralls, but Phonk did not come here. This is perfect. I mean, it's not as perfect as it could be, because there are those 3 thralls that are going to distract me. Or maybe stunlock me for a moment, or make me, you know, get attacked like that, but... I actually was thinking if I should switch to my katana for this moment, because it has longer range, but... yeah, I think it's better to use this one. Also, the reason I'm able to use this efficiently is because I actually have the 40 strength required for this weapon. So I'm not slowed down by the fact that it weighs 20 kilograms. That's one of the thralls down. The other one I've disarmed previously, so it's basically worthless too. The chances of it even attacking are really low. And if it does attack, it does like 1 damage. Or 0. Probably 0. Anyway, I'm really impressed with the toughness of these bosses. Because I was not expecting it to be this hard. Like, once again, I've never gone here before. And I was thinking, well, the trolls are pretty weak, so I should be able to beat their owners as well. And then they just beat me up 1v1. Like, what the hell? 1v1? A guy with his stats in the 70s. Like, yeah. His attack is insane. Look at that. 70. I mean, it was probably like 60 before, but he's pretty close to me. Really elite fighter. There he goes. Finally. You don't even know how much of a sigh of relief I let out when I was recording. Like, yeah, let's go. And then he had a high-grade armored rag and a meitou heavy pole armor. That's the name of the weapon. So reorder my inventory a bit and get it in there. And I want to kind of take out my katana for the next fight. Anyway, there we go. And his medkit is also vacated, so... He almost took me down twice before going down, but there we go. And, I mean, he even has a vengeance, he's coming back for more. He's actually not that hurt, his chest is only at 2. So he was able to recover pretty fast with his toughness. And now he's a bit more down. Just recover all the way up to full. And repeat. Here we go. There's actually one more thrall. It has been disarmed and it's badly hurt. So that was not too difficult. Now there is only Phonk. Let's meet together. Actually there's this one more. Thrall as well. Anyway, let's go. And it glitched up, I think, so my pathfinding got a bit confused. I'm going to take out the blunt weapon again, just for the same reason, because he's probably also going to be able to beat me 1v1. So I want to make some kind of progress with him. Especially when he's fighting with this thrall. Although the saber damage is reduced quite a bit more compared to the naginata, heavy naginata, or heavy pole armor, there we go. The heavy pole armor does more damage after armor. This one does more damage without armor. And I have full masterwork excluding my chest plate, so I am pretty well armored. Stomach 65. He has less health actually than the Screamer, this model of skeleton, so he's a bit weaker because of that. I should be able to beat him now, as long as he didn't block every attack. His defense is only at 57, so I'm surprised he's able to do that. But I guess my difference with him is not that big. And that's a random troll that woke up again. And is down. Alright. Oh, and Screamer is here too. Ready to fight me with his hands. And he goes down. There we go. At minus 45. That's a way more permanent combat than the previous one. And my damage has now gone up to 39 per attack with this weapon. Anyway, for this area I think you need to really prepare. Like, if you come here you're probably going to get your ass beat in most games. Because even if you have multiple people, you know, like, these guys are probably going to kill some of your crewmates, aren't they? Or I mean, you know, of your squad, I mean. Not your crewmates, this isn't One Piece, even if I am Zoro. Damn, my robotic legs are holding me back a bit here. Maybe I'm not ready to embrace the robotics quite yet. And I just unlocked a new attack with the blunt weapon. It's pretty fast. Anyway, time for my sword. Come on, I need to finish this off with an adachi. I'm Zoro. I cannot be beating him with a fucking club. This raid is, you know, going to be ruined if I do that. His stomach is at 2. I should be able to finish him now. There we go. Phonk down. I want to kind of debug him, but whatever. I guess that's going to need to wait. Oh yeah. I'm better. Take the repair kit and also his hold chamber. It's a meitou again. Very valuable. And I'm kinda struggling with like trying to get enough space in my inventory. Cause I was not expecting to have this much loot I want to carry here. Coming into the lasers and everything. And actually, I'm just going to tell you right now. This place has the best fucking loot in the game, I think. Like, the loot here is absolutely insane. These guys are rich. Okay, that's a staff. That's not that valuable. It's just 1,000. Copper alloy plates. There's a moon cleaver, Katun grade. Kind of average so far. There's 2 repair kits, that's 8,000 cats worth of stuff. Okay, nothing in the fuel storage. And looks like I just start working if I press on the working table. The skeleton repair kit table. Okay, I need to dump the dried meat that I got from the big thing earlier in the episode. On the ground it looks like they don't have the most valuable stuff. And actually I checked all over the first level and I think that was everything here. So first the skeleton repair kit and there's also another thing that I did not mention locked up in here. There's Agnew, one of the most people's favorite characters in Kenshi. You can recruit him. And he starts with 50 strength, which is pretty interesting. And besides that, he has a lot of interactions with Beep, which I know about. I've never actually had him with Beep, but in the future I will. And that's an old map. You know what? That kind of piques my curiosity, doesn't it? I mean, skeletons having old maps, that's probably a map of some other, probably fictional continent. Pretty useless, but maybe you can get some money for it. That is an old map, that's almost certainly the map of how Kenshi used to look like. You know, in the Second Empire or even before that. Because I know that there was a lot of terraforming going on after that. Alright, what do they have here? 3 ancient science books. Okay. And AI cores. AI core, that's worth 25,000. Holy crappers. That is insane. I need to make room for that. Sorry, I stumbled again. I don't want to be doing that too much. Anyway, that AI core is late game research. I think it's the best artifact for research that you can get. Yeah, I definitely need to take that. And I'd like to carry the skeleton leg and everything, but I don't think I have room. There's an Odachi is worth a lot, but I don't have room for it. So yeah, when you come here you want to have enough space in your backpacks to carry all of the loot that they have. Because it's that good, genuinely. Also, another fun fact I noticed when I was looking online. This place actually, I just found the Hive HQ. That's where the Hive Queen lives. But anyway, this place, actually the loot here is going to respawn if you take it. Everything except the unique loot, so the science books and the AI cores and the engineering research, which is here as well. Oh my god, that's masterwork. Yeah, these guys are fucking rich. Anyway, like, the loot here is going to respawn if you just leave these bosses alive. Like when you come here, or maybe if you sneak here. And there's another skeleton repair kit. And actually that skeleton limb, whatever it's called. That one is also worth 2000. So I think I made like 100k already looting this place. Here's Agnew. He's unable to speak. And he's angry. And I could recruit him, but sorry, I need to leave you here. You know, come on now. I cannot have my competing police force out here. And, oh. Someone's attacking me again. They got up. Phonk, and next. And actually I'm going to kidnap him because he has a bounty of 20,000. There's just an issue, I don't know where to exactly bring him. I was looking around for a bit, and I think the fastest place is at the northern United States place, maybe in Venge, probably, because the tech hunters don't have a bounty for him, unfortunately. I think that's a bit of a oversight. I think they should, to be honest. Like, they have many cities, why don't they have bounties? Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. That was my raid of Venge, the land of thralls.